Welcome back to another installment of High Five. I, as always, am your host, the one, the only, the second Irish Bandit. Today on High Five, we are going to be looking at five Netflix series that I'm most anticipating. Some of these I have talked about in the past in the five Netflix shows you should be watching. This kind of, you'll kind of get some series that are going on and a couple news shows that are going to be premiering this month on Netflix. So let's not waste any more time. Let's get into one that I'm really looking forward to. I've been a huge fan of this character for quite a while now. Love the comic books. I've enjoyed all the movies that have come out, and I'm so looking forward to this. It's part of the Marvel Netflix cinematic universe, and hey, I gotta represent. Of course, I'm talking about starting on November 17th, The Punisher. When I heard Jon Bernthal was going to be cast as the role of Frank Castle, The Punisher, in Netflix's original Daredevil series, I, I was kind of impressed. Like, I remember him from The Walking Dead. First two seasons, he played Shane Walsh. Started out as Rick's friend and then became Rick's enemy at the end of season two. And he had a great role in the movie Snatch with Dwayne Johnson. I think Jon Bernthal is going to do a really good job in this series. I haven't gotten to the second season of Daredevil yet. I know that's when he comes in when we meet Frank Castle in the Netflix MCU universe. So I haven't gotten there yet, but I'm still really looking forward to the Punisher. Like I said, I've been a huge fan of the character for a long time. Love the comic book series. Love the movies. Well, some movies were better than others. I thoroughly enjoyed the Dolph Lundgren 1989 version. I love the 2004 Punisher with Thomas Jane. I thought Punisher Warzone was really good. I think with Ray Stevenson, he was the actual embodiment of Frank Castle. Like it looked like that Ray Stevenson came off the page as the Punisher, and for the first time in a Punisher movie, we got an actual villain from the comic book when we got Jigsaw. Not to be confused with John Kramer's Jigsaw. I absolutely loved the origin story for Jigsaw in Punisher Warzone with a gangland member who gets dropped in a big glass crusher recycling bin and its face just gets all torn up, and it was just gruesome and gory and wonderful, and I loved Punisher Warzone. I thought it was a great movie. So I'm really looking forward to The Punisher on Netflix. I'm probably going to binge it as soon as it comes out. Although I haven't watched all of Daredevil so far. I haven't watched Luke Cage. I haven't watched Jessica Jones. I haven't watched Iron Fist. I haven't even started on The Defenders, of course. I haven't watched any of those other ones. But I think The Punisher is one I'm going to get into. And if you've seen the trailers, they're also using Metallica's One for the trailers, which I absolutely love because I'm a huge Metallica fan. So I've just been enjoying the crap out of the trailers, and I cannot wait till the 17th to finally watch Punisher. Also coming out on November 17th is a documentary I had no idea was coming out, but I am so looking forward to this. I still am a fan of Andy Kaufman. I absolutely love the movie Man on the Moon, even though it took some things and just wasn't the same as Andy's life, because I don't think you could incorporate Andy's life into much. You can't incorporate Andy's life in like a 2 hour movie. So this one really caught me by surprise. It is called Jim and Andy, The Great Beyond. Far and away, Andy Kaufman is one of my favorite, or probably my favorite stand-up comedian. The man was just so off the wall and light years ahead of everyone in the comedy business. And he never thought of himself as a stand-up comedian. He was always an artist. He was pushing the envelope with everything he did. Whether it be something like the character of Vodka on Taxi, which he absolutely hated. He hated sitcoms. Whether it was his nightclub act, whether it was wrestling women, he was just outside the box and so avant-garde. And you either got it or you didn't. And even if you got it, you really didn't get it. Like, I absolutely love Andy Kaufman, and even I didn't get half the shtick he did, but I absolutely loved it. And I loved Andy Kaufman. He just so humorous, so funny, which is why it was so great when I heard that they were making a movie about his life starring Jim Carrey. Well, unbeknownst to everyone else, is that Jim Carrey had a camera crew following him around during the making of the movie of Man on the Moon. Universal Pictures would not let the footage that was shot behind the scenes be released until now. And we're getting this on Netflix, and this is going to be one outstanding documentary. I've seen the trailer, and it looks outstanding, and I cannot wait to watch this. I'm gonna have to try and find Man on the Moon again because that was such a great movie. It it was something to hear when when they were filming the movie. You know, trying to be Milos Forman and dealing with Jim Carrey, who all the time got so into the character he wanted to be called Andy or Tony when he was in full Tony Clifton regalia. So, oh yeah, that's like it's called Jim and Andy, The Great Beyond, with contractually obligated appearance by Tony Clifton. You gotta love that. That's something Andy would have enjoyed. So I am so looking forward to this. I cannot wait to watch this. I don't know whether I'll watch this first or Punisher first. I might binge Punisher one day and then watch Jim and Andy the next. So we will see. I have it on my list. So I'm so looking forward to this documentary. And I might do a review of it. You never know, because I'm that big of a fan of Andy Kaufman and of Jim Carrey. So we will see what transpires, honestly. Okay, well, those are two shows that are upcoming, that are making their debut. We have three other shows to get to that are in their next seasons. This one I've talked a lot about, so I'm not going to get into too much more detail about it. It's an absolutely funny show with a great cast, and I cannot wait to watch part four. I didn't know what I was getting into when I started part one, but it was just a fun ride with, like I said, outstanding cast, and the story that's been going on through three parts has been great. And I cannot wait to get into part four of The Ranch. So, like I said, I won't get too into detail about The Ranch. If you want to hear more detail about it, you can watch the high five I did of 5 Netflix series you should be watching. Which, again, this is one you should be watching if you love comedy. But I will say this: it has a fantastic cast behind it. You have Sam Elliott, who's just a legendary actor. You know him from his roles in like The Big Lebowski, Ghost Rider, and of course he has the famous stash. Then you have that 70s Show alumni Danny Masterson and Ashton Kutcher, who play his sons, and they are just hilarious in this show. And you have Alicia Cuthbert from 24, who plays Ashton Kutcher's love interest girlfriend in the series. So it is just a funny show, and it is one that I highly recommend. It's not too offensive, but you'd never think you'd hear the F word in a sitcom. That's exactly what I felt going into this. I saw this picture on Facebook of a scene from the show when Sam Elliott's character Bo is talking to Ashton Kutcher's character, and he's holding up a carton of almond milk, and he's like, "What the is this?" It's almond milk. It's better for you. Have you ever seen tits on a almond? Wow, I can't believe you can get away with that in a sitcom, but times are changing. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to part four after part three. It's ended on such a oh, what's going to happen now thing. Basically, I'll try to not give a lot away and try to undersimplify it, but Ashton Kutcher's character is kind of in a love triangle with his high school sweetheart, played by Alicia Cuthbert, and a new girl he met and who he got pregnant. So he's dating Alicia Cuthbert's character, but is trying to be a good father to uh, his unborn child with the other girls. So the way it all ended in part three was like, oh god, I cannot wait for part four to come out. When? And part four is coming out December 15th, and I'm so looking forward to that. That might be another one that I binge because I'm not a huge binger. Like, quite honestly, I was talking with a friend about this, and she's like, "Oh, you gotta up your binge game." I'm like, I can't binge because all the episodes will eventually just like merge into one episode where I'm talking about five things that happened. Oh yeah, that happened here, and this in these episodes. Oh, I thought it all happened at the same time. That's why I can't binge. Like the last show that I really binged was I think the second season of Voltron: Legendary Defender. More recently, I watched like 6 episodes back to back of Slasher: Guilty Party, another great series if you're into horror. And then I really binged out on Stranger Things 2 more recently, which was oh fantastic. If you haven't seen Stranger Things, definitely go watch it. I would have put it on this list, but it's already out. So we'll just say Stranger Things Part 3 for an honorable mention, which I cannot wait for. The way Part 2 ended. Oh, but we're not talking about Stranger Things. We're talking about The Ranch. So, yes, definitely. I cannot wait to see Part 4 of The Ranch. Another great, funny series that really caught me by surprise. It was just amazing with a great cast, including Drew Barrymore and Timothy Olyphant, who you know, of course, from E.T. and a whole bunch of great movies. She was in Scream. They have a connection there, you know. She was in Scream, and Timothy Olyphant was in Scream 2, both directed by Wes Craven. And then, of course, you know, you have just a great movie. Alicia Cuthbert was in this one. The Girl Next Door, where Timothy Olyphant played a porn producer. We'll get into all that in a little bit. I'm so looking forward to season 2 of Santa Clarita Diet. So, needless to say, I was completely blown away by Santa Clarita Diet with its humor, its premise of the living undead dead. It's not your typical zombie show like what you see with something like The Walking Dead, where Drew Barrymore's character is dead but not dead. She's not one of the type of zombies, you know, brains. No, she's quite aware of everything that's going on. She still keeps her sort of humanity, but she just feasts on the flesh of the living. But it's a wonderful series, great, funny series, so well cast with Drew Barrymore and Timothy Olyphant, who I have just been a fan of his for such a long time, since Scream 2. He's been in great movies like Scream 2. He was in Gone in 60 Seconds, I do believe. I loved his role as Raylan Givens in the series Justified. That is one of my favorite FX series. Hey, that might be a future high five somewhere down the line. My 5 favorite FX series. No, that'll be a my 5, maybe. We'll see for Irishman Revolution coming soon. But Timothy Olyphant just does a great job as her husband in this show, and is trying to come to grips with her eating habits. Let's just say, and the girl they have to play their daughter is just fantastic in this. So I'm so looking forward to season 2 of Santa Clarita Diet. I don't know exactly when it's coming out, but I know it's going to be next year sometime. So fingers crossed that it's going to be very soon. And another show that I am looking forward to the second season after the first season ended. It's really well done, really good, and surprisingly really controversial. I'm looking forward to the second season of 13 Reasons Why. So it's kind of funny, we go from 2 great funny series to one that's very dark, very serious, and has had a lot of controversy around it. I don't see the controversy myself. Everyone says, oh, 13 Reasons Why it glamorizes suicide. No, it doesn't. That's not what I got from it. I got something completely different than everyone else. I think that's going to be, very on viewer experience with the series. So I didn't feel it was glamorizing suicide. I felt it was getting something that needs to get out. Like conversations about bullying, about mental health issues, about suicide. But it wasn't saying, hey, if everything goes wrong in your life, there's always suicide. No, if everything's going wrong in your life, talk with someone. That was the thing. Because no one would listen to her in the series. Not even her own guidance counselor would listen to her. So I felt very, very bad for the female in the series. I can't remember her name. I'm going to have to watch 13 Reasons Why again. Just sit down, binge it one day, and write down all my thoughts about it. But I thought it was a very well done series. Excellent acting by everyone involved. It was just wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. But, with something like 13 Reasons Why, it all centered on Hannah's character. That's her name, Hannah. And her reasons about committing suicide. So what are they going to do from here on out? We're going to have to wait and see once season 2 rolls around, and I cannot wait for that. It is going to be, it should be really good. Given how good the first season was. I can't say much because I haven't heard anything more about season 2. But we'll see when it comes around. I don't even know when it's going to be out. I know it's going to be sometime next year, but I don't know when. Kind of like Santa Clarita Diet, I am waiting to hear when a release date will be so I can just sit down, watch it. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to watch, like with both shows, Santa Clarita Diet and 13 Reasons Why, I'm going to sit down and watch every episode of season 1 before season 2 comes out, and then I'll be refreshed on what's going on. I wanted to do that before watching season 2 of Stranger Things, but fortunately, it was easy to get back into for me for Stranger Things. So, again, I can't rave enough about Stranger Things. That was such an excellent series, and I cannot wait for Stranger Things 3. It was so good, so good. Oh, maybe I'll do a video all on things I love about Stranger Things sometime in the near future. But yeah, 13 Reasons Why is another one that I'm so looking forward to. There's a lot that I'm looking forward to, though, but I had to narrow it down to 5 because, you also have season 2 of Big Mouth, which I'm going to get into something at the end of season 9 of Irish Bandit Revolution, but I had somebody comment on it that they're probably not going to watch it based on what I said on it, which I think is kind of unfair, but I'll get into that at that time. So yeah, those are 5 series that I'm so looking forward to, series or movies on Netflix that I'm looking forward to with bated breath. I cannot wait to watch all of these. And like I said, with the Jim and Andy one, I think I'll watch that and do a review of it. Because, like I said, huge Andy Kaufman fan, huge Jim Carrey fan. Kind of sound like Donald Trump there. Huge. But, but either way, I'm looking forward to everything that I talked about, and I cannot wait to binge it all. So, I hope you enjoyed this episode of High Five. If you did, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate that. What are you looking forward to on Netflix? Let me know in the comments section down below. Don't forget to share this video anywhere you can. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. If you're already subscribed, tap the bell so you can be notified whenever I upload anything new. And don't forget to visit the merchandise store where you can pick up all sorts of Irish Bandit Revolution t-shirts, coffee mugs, phone cases, stickers, anything your little heart desires. It is there in the Irish Bandit shop. All right, Irish Bandit Revolution is coming back this Tuesday. I'm going to be talking about Saskatoon Expo. I'm going to be talking about the new look of the series. To go along with Saskatoon Expo, I'm going to talk about some news that dropped recently within the past few weeks about Saskatoon Expo, Edmonton Expo, Calgary Expo. I'm going to talk all about that. And I cannot wait to get back in the 9th season. And hey, I have the ability to go live on YouTube now. So be ready for the State of the Channel address, which will be going live. And then the season finale of season 9 will be going live as well. We'll be doing more live episodes as we progress. So I have one season where it's going to be like 3 live episodes, just boom, 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 beginning, middle, end. Kind of works out great because I think what I'm going to do for the year spectaculars, because the 3-year spectacular is coming up next year in March, so I'm going to go live for that one. And then every State of the Channel address is going to be live, and then some season finales are going to be live as well. Like next season's season finale will be the 100th episode of Irish Bandit Revolution. I'm going to be doing something special for that. It won't be going live. I'll be pre-recording it like this episode, like the season premiere of Irish Bandit Revolution. But Every other season finale after that is going to be going live. So I cannot wait. It is going to be a great season. I still think season 8 has probably topped the list of my favorite seasons, even beating out season 4, which was a great season. But we'll just have to see how everything goes. So Irish Bandit Revolution returning this Tuesday, and I cannot wait. I hope you guys will join me for it. All right. Well, that'll do it for this episode. Have a great week, guys, and I will see you again on Tuesday for Irish Bandit Revolution. I have been the Bandit, and this has been High Five.